ultimates are being thrown onto Wei. Lilting Lullaby is being put down extremely late, and because of that, Wei will be able to just run out of that. Ming does not have his ultimate still, and will not really be able to contribute much to fight. That's the thing about this Gragas pick. It's very good disengage, but against FPX, I suppose against FPX composition, that is kind of what you need, because they are kind of just trying to run in onto you. Oh, as a teleport is coming in here. I do believe that is Xiaohu. Xiaohu in his Mega Ngarf. Oh, it's crying again. In comes Xiaohu and Doing B. Doing B is, surrounded now. It's a 5-man fight. What are we fighting over? There's nothing on this side of the map, but that's fine. This is the LPL. We like that. Xiao flashing out of the fight. As the Praise Seeker comes in, ultimate is available. Ming is forced to body slam over the wall. 10 is chasing. Lilting, wilting, running, prancing. He is in a 1v3 situation, but the rest of his team is in the area as well. So with that, 2 teleports committed for both sides about 2 minutes before Dragon spawns, and just like that, FPX just wanting to take as much as possible as, oh my goodness, crying, walking into a bush, actually managing to escape from that without cleanse. Unbelievable. A little bit of a misplay coming in there from FPX as some tower plating going over finally to the side of Doing B. Doing B kind of stuck under his tower for the majority of the game, is quite significantly behind in terms of items because he had to deviate for that tier, and of course because he does not have those 3 kills, as the ping going down on the top side of the map, tower plating eventually falls, and with that we enter to the mid game, some might argue. Or okay, well, it depends on the region, because if your game time is shorter, mid game comes earlier, right? So I'm gonna say it's mid game, at least because for Xiaohu, laning phase is pretty much over. He has no tower. He's got nothing really to look forward to. He can't even step up to to the lane and try and get some CS for fear that he might get just ran down by Nuguri. A level lead being acquired by both the top and jungler of the side of FPX. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Ming actually has managed to get himself a level lead over Crisp. Ming so far playing exponentially well. Tian just looking to try and steal away as much as he can, as both junglers are about to jump into each other in the river, but Crying is in the area and Doing B is not. Looks like Tian is going to be 100% dead here. Does have flash. Will he use it? He will. He is ticking down slowly. Red buff will help keep him out as Nuguri uses his ultimate. Jumps in, stun coming in as well. Xiaohu trying to hit the plant, and Shockwave actually denies him. Xiaohu trying his best to save alive, but there's 3 people there. There's no way he survives this unbelievable Shockwave coming in there from the side of Doing B, actually stopping Xiaohu from blast planting into safety. And once he's got no blast plant, once he's got no jump, he's extremely in trouble, as Ming using his explosive class to Doing B, forced to flash. Crying was there as well. No shockwave coming in there from Doing B, a bit low on mana. Crying does have blue buff, so he will forever have the push advantage. Blue buff is up for the side of FPX, but Doing B is looking to back, it seems. And oh no, Crisp is back here on the ward as he gets body slam interrupted, and with Crying coming in as well. It looks like he is doomed. Nuguri is in the area, is gonna try and make something happen. Where's the stun coming in from Nuguri? Nuguri is not using the stun still, finally comes in after Crisp dies. A little bit late, a little bit sad for the side of Crisp if you ask me, but Nuguri is trying to waltz Ming out of the game as a body slam flash coming in, and followed by the bear stance. In comes Gala. Nuguri trying to turn as best he can, but explosive shot coming in, pushing him away and allowing Gala to pick up a, oh wait, never mind, Way to pick up a kill. Meanwhile on the bottom side, Elder Blex just having the time of his life, and he's trying to acquire himself a bit of a gold lead. Gala has 4 assists actually. Holy cow, that's a lot. That's a lot actually. And okay, Tian securing himself the Infernal Drake, kind of a minor thing. Perhaps one might argue one of the better drakes you could get, along with, if I'm not mistaken, the Ocean Soul, or is it the Wind Soul, the one dragon, those dragons with like 1 dragon utility. But in the top side, I think RNG are very, very much content with what they have gotten, as well as the fact that they may secure this Rift Herald out. Now, looking at both the team compositions, who scales better? I would say RNG has got better team fight, with the Ngar, Azir, and I suppose a bit of the long-range splash damage coming in from the Tristana. But at the same time, FPX can kind of match that with the Lilia ultimate, as well as the Orianna ultimate and the Rel ultimate. So in conclusion, I suppose FPX have the better team fight. RNG also lose out when it comes to the split pushing, because I'm pretty sure that this Aurelia is almost always going to eat this Ngar up alive. Ngar, you do not want to be in the side lane for too long. As you see here, Tian actually turning the corner into 2 members of RNG, managing to flash out of the fight and actually stay alive. That was exceptional. And then Nuguri using his ultimate onto the way, and then a nice stun coming in there, delaying them, allowing Doomy to get into position to deny Xiaohu's blast plant, and then just like that, Xiaohu is left high and dry, left to hang. And then here we find Crisp. Unfortunately, Ming, good catch coming in here, and Crying ultimate coming in. The way that Crying altered, I almost thought that Nuguri was on the side of RNG. And then the stun was most likely on cooldown. He probably used it to push out the top wave as fast as he could. And Nuguri, seeing that perhaps he's gone a little bit too far, tries to run away, but Ming, with the flash body slam, not allowing him to leave. Meanwhile, I don't know how... Actually, based on team compositions, I would really say that RNG, they don't have too many advantages to them based off of team composition. Now, don't get me wrong, the fact that remains that they can execute incredibly well with their team composition. They can actually win team fights. Everything is even at best. I'd say that naturally when the game goes on, FPX will be able to get themselves a bit more of an advantage as the game goes by. Interesting build coming in here from LWX. You normally see Kraken Slayer Kaisers to go for the Phantom Dancer second item instead of the Collector, but I suppose the Collector will be used to shred down likes of Ming, Wei, and Xiaohu, because again, Wei doing his behind the Raptor camp Rift Herald trick again onto doing Beast Oriana. 2 games now and 2 attempts at that as FPX are pillaging the bottom side or looking for a fight. This is actually a 4v3 situation as the rail goes in onto Ming, and meanwhile on the other side Doingby is jumped in on. It's actually exploded by Xiaohu. This fight is looking really good for side RNG. Nuguri misses his ultimate as 2 members are put to sleep. 10 forced into Zonias as, oh my god, a beautiful stun coming in there onto Gala, stopping him from jumping. 10 is forced out of this fight as RNG find 3 members on their team in the opponent side of the map. Will FPX allow this? Will FPX allow them to run based on the way they're pathing? Looks like they're opting for safety, and with that RNG is going to be able to get out of this fight. Interesting trading carries there as well. Trading mid laners there, and RNG's Gala unfortunately was not able to make it out of that fight. Does he have Gale Force? I would not be surprised to see a Gale Force coming in here from Gala because he doesn't really need the damage. Meanwhile, in the top side of the map, again, Tian just pillaging. Wei has been the hard focus so far in these past 2 games. FPX's game plan is shining through magnificently, and it's interesting to see that RNG have not been able to make too many changes to that. I suppose with the Azir in the mid lane, I thought that having mid prio would perhaps give them a better chance at defending their poor jungler from the onslaught of Tian, Nuguri, and Doingby, as well as the bottom lane. Actually, everyone, the whole of FPX is working together so perfectly. Now, Chris, seeing Ming out of position, jumps in on him instantly, but Xiaohu and Gala instantly use both their jumps onto Doingby, and then the explosive cast pins Doingby against the wall. Ming manages to survive the entire thing despite being the one who was engaged on Nuguri, whiffing his ultimate there, but that makes no difference as Gala just auto-attacked to that beautiful stun flip coming in there from Crisp, actually delaying out his jump, actually completely delaying his jump, and LWX in the bot side actually getting soloed out by Crying. Despite missing the Prey Seeker, Crying could not survive that as LWX flashing over the wall after Crying to pick up that kill. The Collector gives gold, yes, but it also gives you like I think it's like a 5% HP denial, which is actually a lot lower on squishies than it is on to bruisers. So that's why I think that this item is actually more to shred out the Xiaohus and the Weis, as RNG actually start up Baron unceremoniously 20 minutes into the game. Chris using his ultimate, whiffing at Xiaohu, is actually channeling his ultimate. Sun Tian is looking to blast plant over the wall, will not be part of this fight. FPX could actually get turned on here by RNG. It looks to be a 5v4 situation. Chris is getting engaged on Xiao, who does have ultimate, and in these kind of choke points in the middle of the jungle, he is very much in his element. But just like that, RNG is trying to test the waters. Obviously, we saw that they do tons of damage to Baron. Xiao, who jumps in, actually managed to get the stun off onto a lone Crisp, and Crisp again taken down. Crisp engaged upon and taken down as Elderbax is trying to secure up the Mountain Drake on the side. This is not even Soul Point Mountain Drake, as RNG have started up the Baron. I love this play from RNG. You have to choose which one will you take. Will you take Dragon or will you give us Baron? And it looks like that's exactly how it goes down. Baron goes over to the side of RNG, but I'm pretty sure FPX are looking to start a fight here. They do not want to let RNG get away from this scot-free, as Nuguri jumping in, tries to land the stun, misses out. Wei does have flash, is forced to use it over the wall in order to preserve as much of the Baron buffs as possible. Xiaohu is in a bit of a perilous position, but he does have the enhanced recall. Nuguri flashing over the wall, missing everything as Elderbax jumps in as well. Little Lullaby landing on 2. Crying is the sole focus. In comes Xiaohu as Ming is taken down. Doingby is a little bit far up. Xiaohu does not have Mega Ngang. Has nearly got it. He's jumping in. This could be huge. No! He's taken out by LWX. I cannot believe it. Focused down and collected. Unfortunate turn of events, but overall still kind of worth if you ask me. 1 kill for Baron on the side of FPX for 2 kills on RNG, but looks like Nuguri is looking for more. And RNG, I cannot fault them. I think that was a beautiful play by them trading the dragon for the Baron buff, but it looks like FPX also did very well in the follow-up. They could not allow RNG to just get away with that scot-free. They could not allow to give an inch. They refused, and they tried to take as much as they could. RNG doing the good plays, but so are FPX. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful series of plays. Now, without any neutral objectives on the map for a bit, I don't expect to see too much fighting. As you see the replay here, FPX really just throwing everything they can. Tien without flash was not able to go over the wall, but Nuguri was able to, and then just jumping in, crying, trying to be focused, but poor old Ming actually was the sole focus, and Xiaohu, I cannot fault this either. I think it was a great attempt. Look at him trying desperately to stack up his Mega Ngar, landing and then getting one-shotted by the final auto attack. The collected absolutely as, oh no, crying in the top lane is caught out. Actually, imagine to get a kill on to LWX. I cannot believe it. What was that? So much damage coming in there. And Tien, I suppose, without providing any CC whatsoever, considering his ultimate was down, was not able to do much but watch as Krang and LWX were basically in a dueling situation. Wei turning in the corner now, looking to try and pick him. Xiaohu is in the region and is running as fast as he can. Ken looks to be ran down here by Wei. Does have the Lilting Lullaby, will not use it, looks like, as Wei just slaps him to death with his Phoenix stance. Xiaohu was in the area as well, and RNG was rotating much faster. RNG making picks, clawing their way back into this game with good macro play so far. And just like that, FPX really can't do too much now. That being said, looks like Nuguri is trying to get what he can in the bot side, but is forced to recall because he does not know where the rest... Actually, only person on the map that was missing was Ming, so I'm surprised he didn't keep pushing. Looks like he's opting to go for the red buff called there by Crisp. And right now, I almost wouldn't believe it, but this is all stemming from the fact that FPX have managed to put Wei so far behind just by continuously focusing on him. In terms of items, he's doing a great job. Like, in terms of keeping up in gold, a great job. He's 2.5 items including boots, matching the 3.5. He's two items and boots, matching the 2.5 items and boots of Tien. It's just that in terms of levels, he's behind quite significantly, and he's continuously having his XP and gold banks just emptied out by the various members of FPX. Dragon is spawning in a minute and a half. Again, will we see a 5v5 here as LWX flashing in after Gala and his his explosive cast towards Xiaohu. LWX just seeing what he just sees his opportunity and flies in there. Playing Kai'Sa exactly how you need to play. You need to be aggressive. You need to go in when you can and secure as many kills. You need to dive. Kai'Sa, not a passive champion. Not here for scaling. Here to be aggressive, here to do damage. As Nuguri jumping in onto Xiaohu with the Stride Breaker, does not manage to land the Blade Dance stun as Wei is on the wrong side of the map, trying his best to secure what he can, realizing that there's really nothing that he can do. The only damage dealers on the side of RNG are really Crying and Gala, and a little bit maybe coming in from Xiaohu, but Xiaohu is more of the team fight, huge stun kind of champion, as again, the blue side of RNG pillaged away. Wei on the other side of the map, just trying to get as much as he can, trying to deny whatever he can on the side of FPX, trying to push in the bot wave, trying to take away whatever he can of the bot side of the map. But Nuguri not letting too much CS go to waste, actually swoops in and picks it up. Dragon is spawning in 40 seconds time. No group recalls coming in from either side, but RNG look to get the mid push initially and will look to enter the river and secure vision. Looking at the vision right now, looks like RNG are very much the people in the lead, at least when it comes to vision. But FPX, with the sheer power that they've acquired across the board, 5 kills on Nuguri, 6 kills on LWX, will probably be able to easily push in this mid wave and wrestle control of the vision game away from RNG's bottom side river, as the teleport is coming in from Doinb, wanting to be part of this fight, wanting to move in with his team to secure this, despite the gold advantage that FPX have. Do not think for a second that RNG are going to give this up for free, as Wei is walking up, is getting hit up by Doinb. The slide still could have been potentially dangerous, but Ming does have disengage, as RNG yet again the ones to start up the dragon, yet again the one to start up the objective, have mid pushed against them, and Tien does have the smite advantage. This is going definitely in favor of FPX. There's no way RNG get his way, was in position, but Xiaohu is retrieved Mega Ngar from wants to look for something, is looking to chase Crisp, stopping, wanting to look for something as well. Both teams daring each other in a elegant dance in front of the now vacant dragon pit, daring each other, come at me, I want you to try and start a fight. And just like that, FPX unfortunately do have mid prior, and this is the power of mid prior as they just run it down mid lane. 5 members of RNG forced to get recall off as Nuguri jumping onto way, getting a stun off. The tower goes down, explosive class comes in to disengage as the Megangar has run out, and Xiaohu is forced to try and stack it up as much as possible. Nuguri seeing that jumps in onto Xiaohu immediately in a 1v5 position. Wei does have the flank off, but can't really get in there because it'll take too much time for him to stun each individual member of FPX. And FPX satisfied what they get, are peeling off right now for the Baron spawning in 5 seconds. Wei trying to get himself into a position to, I wouldn't say secure Grump, but apparently secure Grump. I thought he was trying to sneak away and find himself a hidey hole where he could try and come in and steal away Baron. But now FPX have full knowledge of him being behind them. Will they still start Baron regardless? I think you can bet your bottom dollar they will. Recall coming in here from Chris. It looks like FPX realizing that they have no idea where Wei is, don't want to risk RNG managing to come back in this game by flashing over the wall and securing a smite steal. RNG, they started the last Baron, they started the last Dragon. Will they start this Baron? Teleport coming in. What the heck? Oh, teleport coming in to try and pick up Tian. Tian, this will be a key pick, but Doing B is in the area trying to defend as best as he can his jungler, but Tian's been ultimate. Shurida shuffled back into the arms of Crying anyway. It looks like he's taken down by Crying Xiaohu with his Mega Nga coming. Will be able to dissuade Doing B from pursuing vengeance for now. 4v5 situation, but Wei is at half HP. Smite advantage over in favor of RNG. Waves are pushing towards FPX, which means that the pressure is completely on FPX right now. RNG starting up the Baron. They have tons of damage, but they need to have Crying and Gala continuously hitting it. Wei is just really tanking it right now at half HP. Nuguri is the one who's trying to be focused on. Wei jumps in as the ultimate comes in. Nuguri is pounced on, but in comes LWX and Gala is taken out immediately. A whole cluster of bodies is being thrown at everybody, but without the ultimate, Crying cannot peel people off of him and is instantly taken down just like that. FPX pull the trigger and go in. Looked like Nuguri was caught, but actually it was him catching the rest of RNG as the members of FPX flash in to save him. Nuguri still has so much HP, managing to sustain up with his Qs alone. Xiaohu, there's really nothing he can do here, and I think the game might be over. All his teammates are dead for at least 20 seconds. Ming is the soonest coming in with 13 seconds to go. There's no way these caps. Oh, and just like that, Xiaohu did what he could, did not have the wave clear, did not have the presence in order to shove FPX off of them. And just like that, game 2 goes very much the same way of game 1. Very much in favor of FPX. A hard focus on the jungler, managed to bleed out into the lanes, snowballing a side lane, and just like that, FPX handily secured 2 games over RNG in pretty quick succession, if we're going to be honest. RNG need to find a way to help Wei out in the jungle. They need to find a way to stop FPX from just dominating everything, from taking his jungle. This is by no means Wei's fault. This is actually a beautiful team play coming in from FPX. RNG needs to find a way to counter that. They need to come together, rally around their jungler, and let's see whether they are able to do that in game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching today's game, and we will see you next time.